Hi everybody, this is me Dodi and you're watching Dodi's page. That's my channel on YouTube. Anyway, my title is this time today is Love Yourself. Just wondering what that noise is, that background noise. It's a truck next to me. See, it's that red truck. He has it running. Actually, it's starting to rain again. See? It's starting to rain again. It just now started to rain. I was out. Me and Abigail were walking. Let me see. Over there. In that area right there. Where the grass is. Let me see if you could see it on this part. Well, same thing. Behind those cars. Near those trees and stuff. In fact, we sat by that tree. Well, I wanted to say a few things about all this commotion going on with the LA riots and all these other riots. And I hear there was a couple that got shot. They killed them over here in Minnesota. That's where I'm at. I'm in Minnesota. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. I was listening to, a bunch of news about the LA riots and stuff. And that stuff is like addicting because you just want to hear more. You want to hear more. You want to hear more. And what's going on? What's going on? And it's like, what do you call it? Negative news, and it's contagious. The random guy. Hi, how are you doing? And Allison Bauer. Hold on. Let me put this on here so I can read these because the type is like really small. So I'm just gonna. Allison, hold on. Bauer, hold on. Let me put this on here. There. I'll just mute it. This way, I can read the comments. See? Nice and big, look. How are you doing? Hi, random guy. And Ellison Bover. Both said hi. How are you guys doing? This is me, Dodi. And then there's Brendan Smith. I am okay. I'm a trucker driver. You're a trucker driver too? You're a trucker driver? That's what I am. Look, see. There's a trucker going right there, right in front of me. I'm parked. That's my trucker trophy. That's my trucker trophy, my hood ornament. And yeah, I got a 379 Peterbilt. And see, I'm in my. Oh yeah, I could turn on the lights. Let me see. Where are my lights on? Oh, there it is. Okay. I got some blanks. But, yeah, this is... Oh, yeah, wait. My blues. I gotta put my blues on. See? There's my blues. Uh, what kind of truck you drive, uh, Brandon? Um, Random guy. That's really cool. That's a really cool truck. Thank you. Uh, Thank you, random guy. I love my truck. My truck is a 379 Peterbilt. It's a 2007. And this thing here, these are my plugs. I have them set to go under here, except it don't stick. So I'm gonna have to drill some holes and put like a little bracket. I could have done that today and I forgot about it. I was doing other things so that all my plugs are right there because I don't know where to put them. So I just put them in my coffee holder for now because I was driving and they kept falling off because that glue stuff never works. And let me see, what are you guys saying? Let me see. I'm reading the comments on this, okay? Um, yes, I am. Okay, random. That's a really cool truck. Brandon says, I drive a nice Peterbilt with a Detroit motor in it. A Detroit motor? Oh, okay. Because I drive uh, beautiful. Well, mine's nice too. He can be mean sometimes. My what do I got going on? My blinkers. Oh, okay. I got my flashers going on. Yeah, I have. What do you call it? His name is Trigger. He can get pretty mean sometimes, but I have a caterpillar in it. A cat engine. I really don't call it a motor. I call it a engine. But anyway, Brendan says, "What's that's what I got a 379 Peterbilt, 2018. Okay, mine's a 2017. Is yours a long nose Pete? Well, yeah, 379. I thought they stopped making the 379s a long time ago because I thought they went to 389s. I don't know when the 389s went out. I don't know. Anyway, right now running across Colbridge Mountain in California. Really? Well, you can go to California in your truck. Me, I can't because they don't. They outlawed it. So I would love to go there because I used to live in Huntington Beach, but I can't do it because my truck, they say it's too old, needs to be a 2010 or newer because of emissions and stuff. So I'm not gonna take a chance. And yep, you can drive a Peterbilt. Yep, yeah. Brandon says only like 4 trucks. Only like 4 trucks. You have 4 trucks? Wow. Brandon, instead of drilling a hole into it, get a sticky pad and stick. That's why they fall off, because that's what I put, a sticky thingy. And I got tired of, you know, my next thing on that part is super glue, and I don't want to put super glue. So where's my little bracket? Here's my little bracket. I'm just gonna put it. It's gonna be like upside down, and so yeah, I got the bracket. I just need to do it. I haven't done it. So when I'm driving, I gotta put my my coffee cup like on the door. So when I'm driving and hope it don't fall on me. But I could have done it today. I forgot all about it. Oh well. And yeah, I don't really like drilling holes in my truck, but I'm gonna get it all reupholstered. all of it's going to be, all that's coming off. I'm not going to show the back part, but you know, my sleepers, well, it's not that big of a mess, but you know, I, you know, I got flowers and stuff, and my lights, and my phone hook. Actually, it's my watch, my timer thingy. And anyway, um, let me see. Let me read these comments. All trucks, all trucks do be mean sometimes. Yeah. You got a cat? Yep, I got a cat, and it has over 3.5 million miles on it, and that thing's still running solid. I was looking on the internet the other day. They were talking about the best and the worst engine, like from 1 to 10. 10 being the worst, and 1 being the best, right? And my engine came in at number 2. No, wait. My engine came in at number 9, like second to the worst. I'm thinking whoever did that thingy is full of crap, because my cat is the best engine I've ever had. I've been driving for 35 years, and this is the best engine I ever have. I drove a Detroit for a short time, like about 2 or 3 months, so I didn't really get to know it. But then, you know, it was mostly a Cummins. Cummins are good engines. I like them. But and a Packard, I drove a Packard. And what else? That was it. Those 3, 4 engines that lost count. Anyway, this Caterpillar is like, it's my favorite. And Brandon says, no, they still make them in Texas out of Dallas. Well, I know I can go get mine overhauled. It's just the money, you know. Wait, I gotta see this one. How do you say that name? You see it right there. See my fingernail polish? That's trucker nail finger polish. Gulians. I don't know how to say that. I'm so sorry if I chopped your name up. You said hi. Well, hi there. I'm sorry if I chopped your name up. I had to like put a close up so I can see it big and you guys could see it, because I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. And see, if you say it, maybe I can hear it. Nope. I still hear the truck running next to me. So you're riding in the East Coast? I don't like the East Coast. I really don't like the East Coast. I've had it with the East Coast. After 35 years of driving, I told them, don't send me to the East Coast anymore. It's too stressful for me to go, and I don't need that extra stress, you know. So I do mostly the Midwest and the West. I live in the Southwest, so. You said hi. Gulian, I can't say that word. Hi. And I used to live in Huntington Beach too. I'm from the, really? Oh, sheesh. Okay, so if you used to live from Huntington Beach, that is an automatic. That's an automatic blue wrench for you. That is like, yeah. So there you go. Heck yeah. Not to mention a truck driver too. Yeah, where did you used to live? I used to live near PCH, which is Pacific Coast Highway, and Warner, and Bolsa Chica, and Warner, right near that intersection. That's where I used to live. Kind of like near where there was like boats and like you can drive your boat in there. It's like really cool. It was like I didn't have a boat. I was broke all the time, but I used to have a BMW though, it's convertible. But let me see. Right on, Brandon. Let me see. You got the Gorilla Sticky Pad. I've tried them. I just decided I'm just gonna get some little tiny screws, the ones that don't go all the way through. I mean, they do, but they just like, and put a little lock washer on them and just, they're just like maybe not even like 3/16 of an inch or something. Just that's what I'm gonna do because I'm tired of the thing falling off all over the place, and the glues that I find don't work. It's because see the what do you call it on the dash? Well, here you can't see it. Yeah, you can see the texture. That's how is it kind of like a basketball or football or something? It has that texture, and it doesn't let me. It doesn't stick. You would think with this texture it would stick, but it don't. It'll work for like about a month, and then I'm fighting. So anyway, let me see. What are you talking about here? Yeah, I drive for myself, so I can't work for no company. Really? So you're an owner operator too? That's where I am. Although I am working for a company. You took the governor off the truck? No. I I used to have a truck. It was I was gonna buy it. I didn't buy it. It was what do you call it? International Lone Star. It's a really nice truck, but and it didn't have the governor, and it was deleted, and nobody wanted to work on it. So that's why I didn't buy it. Like, and the little breakdowns and oil changes and stuff. Nobody wanted to touch it. Like, forget it. I'm not going to do that. So I just, let that truck go. Thing is, um, it wasn't governed. And I used to, I mean, yeah, that was cool having freedom on the highway. Thing is, I saw the fuel start to go up like, so I just keep the governor on this I'm governed like at 75. I don't need to go faster than that anyway. So where are you running down the East Coast in Florida or, I no East Coast. I don't do East Coast anymore. I don't do that anymore. I've had it with the East Coast. Florida, New York, all and everything in between. I won't accept those runs. Because I can go where I want. I'm owner operator. So anyway, Midwest, yeah, just Tennessee, Ohio, if you kind of want to call that the East Coast. Sometimes I dip into Pennsylvania. I don't like Pennsylvania. There's reasons why I don't like Pennsylvania. It's because there's a lot of hills and the roads are narrow and there's a lot of traffic and not to mention tolls. I don't need that. My truck don't need the torture of that. Although I go to the mountains like Montana and Colorado and stuff. Those are mountains. But when you're going like, I don't really like those hills, with no curbs, or you can't pull it aside for an emergency because you'll trip over your truck. And so, like, you know what? Mm, there's, like I said, I've, after driving 35 years, I've kind of gotten a little restricted or picky as to where I go. I've done it. I've done it thousands of times. I don't want to do that anymore. So I try to make it easier for myself. Uh, yeah, I'll move it out to Missouri. I stay in the country. Yeah, Missouri's okay. I don't mind Missouri. Um, Thank you so much. You're welcome. I stayed down the street on Warmer, Warner in a yellow house. Really? Down? There's a yellow house somewhere around here? uh, anyway, down the street up from where? Yeah, both. Oh, and yeah, both of Chica. Both of. Yeah, okay, so you used to live in the yellow house? Oh, okay. Yeah, because you remember there was at Walgreens. I don't know if you remember, but there was at Walgreens right at the corner of Bolsa Chica and Warner. And yeah, down the street on Warner. Okay, in the yellow. Uh, yeah, okay, I got it. I got it. So we used to live around the same neighborhood. And then I worked at that. Um, it wasn't King Supers. It was Ralph's. I worked there for a little bit because I was out of work for a little bit. So, oh, tell you about the boat dock place. Yeah, you remember? I used to go from like because I used to live right basically behind the the Walgreens. I used to live in those apartments, and from there, it was like I think it's half a mile or something to the beach. I used to go riding my mountain bike to the beach and bikini and stuff. That was really neat. I used to love it there. I still love it there. It's just that waiting for this governor to get the heck out of there so I can go back because that Newsom, oh my goodness, that Newsom dude is something else. He needs to get kicked out of that. He needs to get out of there. Uh, Whether it was the fires, it was the economy, the immigration, now the riots. I mean, like he's just doing so much corruption, like the homeless. He just that dude is probably the worst governor I have ever seen in my lifetime. They don't get any worse than him. And that's why I had to move out because of him. My rent went from like 800 to 2100. I'm like almost three times. I can't afford that, so that's why I had to get out of there. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, make sure they short screw when you do it. I wish I was close. It would help you. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, because I got to get some little short screws, and see, I'm going to take the dash off, and either that or I'm going to get some bolts, with the bolt and the nut, so that there's nothing sharp, because I don't want a wire just like rubbing it, and then it shorts, and so I don't want that. And with a bolt, nothing, that won't happen. But anyway, yeah, rounded. Yeah, I'll be round up and down there too. I wish I could go there. God, they don't let me in my California don't let me go inside California, the state. So I don't like Pennsylvania or New York because I have a back. I have to back all the way down in New York, down a little. I got a I got a long nose Pete with a 53-foot trailer spread axle. Uh, no, I'm tired of tearing up my tires there, so I'm not going to do that anymore. You worked at Ralph's? Yeah, I worked. That was basically because I was a little homeless for a while, and I got working there just as a sacker. Then they put me as a cashier for Christmas season because they needed help. I said, I'll do it. I did it for 3 days. I told them I can't do this. that you know, those cashiers, I appreciate them. Their job looks easy, but oh my God, I had a line of people, and they were all pissed off at me, and I'm doing as fast as I can, and like, you know what? I don't like dealing with people, especially when they're rude. And in fact, I'll tell you a little funny story about that. The very first time, you got to take a test and all this just to be a cashier, right? Like, I know how to count the money and stuff. Okay, so they put me there like 10 o'clock in the morning. And it wasn't there in Huntington Beach, it was in another city. I had to drive over there. So I went over there, and 10 o'clock in the morning, okay, you're going, you know, the manager was behind me, or my trainer, not manager, but the trainer, which was basically an assistant manager. And she tells me, okay, it's all yours. Here's your first customer. Well, this guy comes. He had like a 12 pack of beer and, 3 or 4 bottles of hard liquor and stuff. And he comes and puts them on. I tell him, how are you doing, sir? And he says, I'm doing fine. Like, it's a nice day out there. I'm talking to him all night as I'm ringing him up. And then I told him, I need to see your ID. All of a sudden, it's like fangs grew out of him, like, ID? I don't need to show you my ID. I told him, well, that's a company policy, and, um, you know, he's, then he's just like interrupting me. He said, I've been coming here for 20 years. I've never had to show my ID. I'm not going to show you my ID. And so he says, call your manager. And the manager was right behind me. She says, well, I'm the manager, and, she's in training, and she needs to do everything the proper way. And she said, he's just yelling. He started cussing at me and everything. And he just says, I'll never come back here to this store. And he took off. And I thought to myself, that was my first customer. I'm thinking, oh my God. I was like, but yeah, that was right before Christmas. So yeah, he worked at Ralph's for a little while. My manager was the coolest lady. She was the coolest lady. I used to love her. Anyway, okay, I know I seen you somewhere. I haven't been there in 7 years already, because I've been living in my truck for 6.5 years. So I haven't been over there in 7 years. They don't let me go there, Anyway, I want to go back. If I go, I got to go on my own pickup. You want my number? I'll tell you what. Okay, yeah. I was paying like almost $350 for a house. Ouch. Yeah, rent was like $1,250. Yeah, mine went from 800 to 21 within 6 months. It just, every time this, like, you pay this much, and then next month it's going to be $200 more. The next month it's going to be $300. Next month it was like my God, they're just like money hungry people. So me and my roommate, basically my boyfriend, we just got out of there. You know, we had no choice. Anyway, yeah, I put it on a boat behind so you won't get through the wine, get through the water. Oh, boat, okay. Well, I might have to let you borrow one of my trucks so you can go to California. Well, I've been driving 35 years. I think I know how to drive too. And I like stick shift. See, whoop, where is it? Where is it? There it is. There's my stick shift, see? And I don't have it, you know, a lot of guys, they have them like way up here. I don't like that because I like it like where my arm rests right here and it's like level. So my hand don't get lose circulation of my blood. So, you know, right there I'm driving, I'm very comfortable right there. So anyway, that's the way I drive. Anyway, hold on. Yeah, how did I do that for my, I don't remember how I would send people my, or it's more private. Okay, to send information back and forth. I'll think about that in a minute. Hold on, okay. Uh, yeah, I used to work in back there in the days too. I was home when these two back in the day too. Okay. Utah, about 30 minutes away. Oh, you're in Utah? Yeah, I was there some 7 years ago. We were there at the same time. Yeah, I was there about 7 years ago. Yes, it was right. Yeah, I do not draw on automatic. I love my stick. You're my kind of guy. I love my stick. Okay. Yeah, like my arm to be level too. So when I don't like go all the way up there, and it is crazy because you really don't have control like that. I know, like you know, wait, my thingies are right here, and I have a chrome one of these because that's chrome. All this is chrome. I'm gonna get this chrome eventually, but I have a chrome this, except I took it off last year because it got cold, and I would be driving and my hand would be, oh, all of a sudden it would just freeze my fingers, and so yeah, and I have a crown one too, so if you need it, I can give it to you. Uh, it's okay. I mean, I got, you know, I got enough. I'll show you my bumper in a minute. Those are my, what do you call it? My knobs, my brakes. And I'm going to show you what I got for my, let me show you in the back. Did you eat your rib, Abigail? I'll show you what I got in the back here. And this is my, let me put this stuff there. Okay, hold on. Just getting a few things organized here. See, let me see. See, that's my tail. Actually, it's kind of like my headrest because that's my tail light bumper thingy, and in here there's that goes like on the frame, and this goes like above it, you know, like covers the frame part, and this goes where the lights are right now, and they're all red, but I have, well, these are those other things. I have these little lights. Not to mention, see, I got a new stereo for my truck. I haven't put it on yet because I'm going to buy some speakers and have the guy install with the speakers. Okay, see, these go like right there, like that. Okay, and then these, let me see what are they? These, what I'm going to do with these guys are, they're like, what do you call it? Um, these are gonna go like right there. You see it? You know, these are my reverse lights. They're just three of them. I just got three of them. I gotta drill the holes like right there and right there and right there. And these are gonna go there. And because I asked, you know, when I bought this, I found this on at a like a clearance, really, really cheap. So I bought it. I thought, heck yeah, I'll buy that. So then once I did, I thought, oh, you know, I don't have no reverse lights. And I got different light bulbs too. But I thought, okay, I don't have no reverse lights. So I was going to get some white lights. And my mechanic, he told me, no, just get, he gave me those little round lights. He says, no, all you got to do is, I told him, I can't do that. They'll, you know, that's like against the law. He says, nope, as long as you got them white lights, you're good. I thought, yeah, that's my headboard for now. But, you know, yeah, I love my truck. My truck's name is Trigger. Let me see, what did you say? I like your bright knobs. You like those? Yeah, those are, they're the same color. My steering wheel, it's a little steering wheel. It's not a big one. Let me see. Let me take that off. It's not a big steering wheel. It's a little one. The same size of my, what do you call it? My pickup truck. It's the same size. And then I got that same color, that same color. This is going to go black, like with that pattern. See that pattern? That's like a Western, you know, like on a saddle and stuff. And but I bought these, and I even have that part. I just haven't put it on because I'm going to put my new carpet. So once I get the new carpet on, then I'll put this. But I gotta buy new seats, then I'm gonna redo the little by little. But I bought the stereo, and I bought some other stuff. I'm just fixing it up little by little, and yeah, I just ordered me Texas steering wheel, the Texas symbol in the middle with a cowboy behind it. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Well, the Texas symbol is what, a star? Or are you talking about that little, like the bull with the horns? Anyway, yeah, thanks for subscribing and liking, and I see some hearts going up, so that's cool. See, I can even give myself a look. I'll say something to myself. This is another channel that I have, and hold on. Hold on, I'm typing. See? That's my other channel, Tugs and Kits. How come I don't have a blue wrench? I gotta give myself a blue wrench. Yeah, see? All right, see? Thanks, yeah. Let me see. Where is it? Up, up. Because I just gave myself a blue wrench. See? Hugs and Kisses Art Studio is my other Hugs and Kisses Art Studio. That's my, see, that's me. I just typed it in just now. And, see, I didn't realize I didn't even have, see, it's me, Dodi Lena. That's me. And, yeah, thanks. Thanks, Brandon. Um, yeah, in fact, if you go to Hugs and Kisses Art Studio on YouTube, that's where, that's where this page is on right there. See, because I'm not on, okay, I'm on my computer, it's Hugs and Kisses Art Studio. So it's like somebody else is looking at me. And what I'm on my live is Dodi's page. So, okay, I got you. Get on that one too. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, they're both the same. I started with Hugs and Kisses because I'm an artist. And, yeah, I'm an artist, so, that's why that's the name of my company business. It's Hugs and Kisses Art Studio. The website is hugsandkissesart.studio. Except I don't have anything on there. I have a few things, but I haven't done anything with it yet because it's just too hard for me to, do this truck and run an art business. And I don't want to mess up my reputation as an artist because when you're an artist, it's all about reputation. You got to be there. You got to, make your meetings. You got to make your deadlines. In the truck, I can't do that. So, it's just really tough. And let me see, Brandon. What is it? Let me see this. B. Smith 848. Okay, cool. Let me see. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. That's how we did it. Now that you said that. Yeah, because I have a few friends that I email. And, I talk if I don't talk to them on this. In fact, Barry, I call him Cherry Bear Hair Canary, or Boom Boom Barry, or what? I have so many nicknames for him. He's so funny. He's not in today. He's probably rioting or something. I don't know. He lives out there in Florida. But I call him. I have fun on my channel. Nicknames. I like nicknames, and I don't mind being called nicknames, as long as they're not rude to me, because I get that too. And while I could help you out when I'm not on the road, I know it's okay. Yeah, I got your email. I'll send you some things, and it'll be from Edgewood 66. Okay. Yeah, that was my other channel I started, but I cut that one out and went to Dodi's page. And you can make me a nickname. Yeah, I'll have to think of one. BS? Oh, yeah, that's BS. Get it? That's your initials? I'm just kidding. Oh, that's Mr. BS, yeah. But Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say, but oh yeah, okay. I'll show you a little bit of artwork that I did. Okay, watch. Oh, this is what I wanted to show. Okay, I gotta turn this off. See, and being that you're from California, I don't know if you know who this guy is. His name is Chad Bianco. He's a sheriff in Riverside, in Riverside County. And he's running for governor. He's running up against that Newscomb guy. And yeah, he's been a sheriff for like 30 years or something. We gotta have each other back. Yeah. So I don't know if if you've heard of him or something, but yeah, he's against all these riots going on and everything that's gone on. So yeah, I'm gonna make posters. He hasn't even seen this yet, but I'm gonna be making a few of them. I'm gonna send him, support him. I don't have a lot of money, but be giving thousands of dollars. See, yeah, this is him right there. See, uh, Chad Bianco. He's running for governor for California. He's what do you call it? He's a Republican. He's a sheriff. So, oh, wait. I pressed the wrong thing here. I almost cut myself off. But yeah, and also, I don't know if you know, two other things. I'm three things altogether, but I'm two other things. I'll tell you. Three other things. I'm four things altogether. Okay, watch. Okay, I'm an illustrator, right? That's my logo. That's actually, it's a picture of the full version. And here's my logo. Hugs and Kisses Art Studio. See, it's the same girl. See, and but that's the full picture of it. And then, oh, okay, I'm a warrior of light for Archangel Michael. So I do. That's my pillar. That video is on my page, on my YouTube, Dodi's page right now. So yeah, if you want to see it, check it out. It's called The Light. Anyway, I got the sound off on it. I make videos because I'm an artist. And then, let me see, wait, I want to show that one. And yeah, I ride a Harley. I ride. Heck yeah, baby, I ride. Let me turn the light off. There. See, that's my baby right there. And see, heck yeah, I love that guy. That's my sweetie right there. And then, let me see. Let me show you some other stuff. See, yeah, I did my logo. This is my logo here that I did. See, there it is without the reflection. That has the reflection. See the reflection? And there it is on white background. And then, and I experiment with different logos. It's still the same hip. And then, see, it's Dodi's page there. And then, I'll show you some cool artwork. But hold on. Oh, okay. And this is my baby too. I love my truck, my Selvi. This is this is my sweetheart. Oh, I love my Silverado. Oh, and that's my land that I bought in Oregon. See, it's a piece of land like that. It's 3 acres. 3 acres is the place to be. And yeah, that's my Silverado that I have. It's in New Mexico right now. Um, no, I keep doing that. Okay, now I'm going to show you some artwork. Okay, there's this one. See, there's that one, the logo. I just don't have my name on there, but that's my hip. Okay, there it is. There he is. That's my dude. Yep. I got a bunch of other artwork. I just have this one on my computer, so I show this one a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Wait, what did you say? Yeah, send me your email. Yeah, I'll once I send it, email you, you'll get my email. So we got to have each other's back. Yeah, I know, and especially because we were neighbors, huh? Yeah, it's a lot going on, and I'm probably gonna run right into it. Oh, I hope not. I hope. Yeah, be careful out there with the riots and stuff. And then Brian says, "Well, let me know when you're coming in through Missouri and get between Bethany." Oh, really? Okay. I go through there all the time. I'm on my way to I'm on my way to Kansas right now, and so I did a little bit of art. I showed you a little bit of artwork. Let me show you some more. This is my little dog Abigail's. See, that's my little girl. She's somewhere. Oh, she's asleep back there. Uh, yeah, there she is. See, she just ate some ribs, and see, I do cartoons. You know, outside the box. Um, yeah. So anyway, that's what I. And those 3 things. See, I'm a warrior of light. Uh, Illustrator, professional illustrator, and I ride a bike, and a truck driver, and a dog owner, or dog mom. And yeah, I stay in Albany on like 15 minutes from Bethany. Okay, really? You stay in Albany? Yeah, I'm going to Kansas. I'm in, what is that place called? Albert, Albert, Albert Lee, or Albert Leah, something like that, or Leah Albert. Yeah, I'm on 35 right now, and then and I only have like 300 miles to be there till Monday, so I'll just take care of that tomorrow. And hi, Penny, how are you doing? Yes, that's nice. Brandon says yes, that's nice. I could help you out with that. Cool. You mean with the reason why I haven't put on my lights in the back is because I need the right fitting, the right, like it's a big screw thingy, like a star screwdriver thingy, and I don't have that. Not to mention, I need a torque wrench or something because they put it on with one of those, one of those big old air power wrench thingies. I don't have that. But anyway, hi Penny. What breed is Abigail? She's a Shih Tzu. Let me see if I got some other pictures of her. Okay, here's a cool picture of her. Yeah, see, she's a Chetu, and see, I love my little Abigail. She just, that's I'm at my storage in Edgewood. That's my pickup truck. In fact, that's where, right there is where I park my Harley. I don't have my Harley there. Oh, there it is. See, there's my Harley. But let me see. Let me see what you said. Are you in Albert Lee? Yep, that's where I'm at. Albert Lee. That's where I'm at. Okay, I got you. You need a star wrench, and I get star screws too. Yeah, that's what it is, like a star. I have some, except this one is a big, heavy duty one that I'm probably going to have to go to Home Depot or Menards or something like that to buy, like an impact one. And also, I don't have an impact wrench because that's what it is, an impact. Because with those, I got a screwdriver set or socket set of impact, and they're like, they're like black. They're like, those were expensive, although I got them for free. Um, it's because they were in that Lone Star I told you I had or was going to buy. They were in there. Somebody left them there. And being that I didn't buy the truck, I had installed a brand new mattress. And I'm like, well, okay, I'll take the that socket set of those impact sockets for the mattress, which is basically they were about the same price. So, like, fair game. That's what I got. And then, yeah, yeah, I got you. Okay, you need a store. Okay, you said that. She's a cute. Oh, Penny says she's a cutie. I have a. Oh, you have a Rottweiler. Oh yeah. Okay, your Rottweiler probably. Uh, your Rottweiler probably eats Shih Tzus for snacks, right? I have a highly. You have a heart. You have a Harley flat tail, really? And a flat tail or a fat tail? Sheesh. We're kind of like on the same page, Brendan. Cool. What? Neighbors from Huntington Beach, Peterbilt, and you have a Harley? Both truckers? I don't know if you like the East Coast, but I know I don't. Um, People are great. It's just, people up there are great. It's just too much of a headache for me to go there, and it damages my truck. That's why I don't like going up there. And I won't go to New York anymore. That place is off limits. I'll go to the East Coast, but New York is off limits. I will not go to New York. Up, or they call it upstate New York. Okay, but like inside New York, I've been in the Bronx. Never again. I'm not doing that. Not in my semi. And you don't worry about. I got the impact ones and everything. Wow, we're gonna have to connect. That's cool because I got the drills so I can drill the little holes, you know, to put the little lights. And I got everything. I just need the that wrench thingy, and then I'll have it on. And right now my truck's all dirty though, but I'm gonna go wash it. Obviously, it's raining, but even after it's not raining, it's still dirty. But that's cool. I'm glad you found me. That's cool. I just ate. See, I'm over here at this petrol. What is it? See the petrol where they have that restaurant. Where is it? No, they don't have it. There's McDonald's there. See. But there's the, let me see. Can't see it. The phone is focusing on something else. Yeah, the phone is focusing on the raindrops. Yeah, so, um, how have you been, Penny? I haven't seen you in a long time. Glad you came on. And I make videos too. I'll show you one thing. This was my Corvette that I used to have. I used to have that Corvette. I sold it. I don't know why I sold it, but I sold it. I should have kept it. And I sold it to pay rent. How stupid was that, right? Like, ah, so you ate at the buffet earlier? What was it? This morning? Yeah, this morning I went over there like about 11 o'clock or something, lunchtime. Um, I went there and I was gonna get the buffet, but they told me, "Oh, we don't have a buffet anymore." So I thought, so I just went to the table, waited for the waiter to come. The waiter never came. I thought, okay, because they got the food there just like the buffet, but you go over there and I just told them what I wanted, and he put it in a box and like, okay, because I was gonna eat there. I was at the table, nobody came, so I went to the food where the food buffet thingy was, and they put it in a box for me, like a to-go box. Like, well, I was gonna eat it here, but you guys don't come to my table, and so like, and then she tell me, no, there's no buffet. I'm thinking, okay, well, what is this? It's not that we get to pick it; they serve us, you know. That's the way it's always been. I don't know. I didn't understand that girl. It was, yeah, they have really good food. I ate really healthy today, so that was good. Penny, what did you say? I'm a bit training. Wait. I'll put it on this instead. Hold on. What did you say? What did you say? Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm going to read your thing, and you can read it too. See, I'm in TNT training. What is TNT training? It's taking forever, but it shouldn't be too much longer. I work for Prime right now. For TNT training, what is TNT training? What is that? You work for Prime? That's cool. And Brandon, that is nice. And Brandon says, "Yeah, I'll be eating every time I go there." Yeah, Brandon, dealing with packages and codes and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, this is basically, this is where, see, I'm parked like on the west part of the, so if you ever go over here, let me know. Uh, you too, Penny, if you're over here in Albert Lea, or Albert Lea, or you say that, in southern Minnesota, this is where I park, just west of the building, just west of the hotel. Basically, it's like I always seem to get the same exact spot too. I'm always parked at this same area, like almost the same exact spot I'm parked here. Penny says, you have to come 30,000 miles before you're up to your own truck. Oh, really? Okay. Is that what TNT is? Okay. And Brandon says, I'm in, wait, I'm in, I believe, all the time. I'm in all the time. I'll be going over at the pig plane over there. sometimes. And then Lucky Penny says, yeah, this is one of my favorite spots. I like to come here, you know. And Penny says, it's just what they call their training at Prime. TNT, oh, okay. I think we are in North Carolina right now. Oh, okay. Um, so you got to go through 30,000 miles? How long have, how far do you have yet to go, Penny? Because, um, let me tell you a little story. Like, don't do it. Don't do what I did. Yes, it sucks. You're, I mean, Penny, look, what? It sucks. You think that sucks? What I went through, that sucked. I'll tell you. I kind of give you the full story, but I'll make it short. Yeah, Penny. And Brandon says, yeah, Penny, if you ever go through with that, I got a trailer and a truck. You could be a driver of my own boss. See, there you go. You guys need to hook up. Cool. I thought I had 8,000 miles to go, but I found out they don't count the empty miles. Yeah, they'll, for Prime, yeah. They, I've never worked for Prime, but I'll tell you the company, let me tell you this little story, okay? And you're not going to feel so bad after you finish hearing what I say. I was driving for Conway for 3 years. Dispatcher was awesome. You know, I had one of the best bosses that I've ever had. And it was nice. I liked them. Okay, then they sold out, or XPO bought Conway out. And then I had just gotten a new truck from Conway, a brand new KW. It was T680. It was brand new, right? This was years ago. And so then what happened, I ended up going with, like, XPO is now my boss, right? Okay, so I, like, whatever, you know, I still got a job. I'm saving up to buy a house and buying furniture, you know, everything. I ended up getting 3 storages. So then, full of furniture that was still in the box. I was going to buy me a house in California because I lived in Huntington Beach. And so then, and that's when I'd already sold my Corvette, and I had a BMW now, convertible. So I was doing pretty good for myself. So then XPO sold out to the over-the-road division to CFI, which I call CFI Care. And I'll tell you why. Like, okay, I still had the Conway stickers on my truck. It happened so fast, within a few months, like, okay, I have the Conway stickers on my truck. Like, so then, me and the boss at CFI, I met him. He really didn't like me. And so then he found a reason to fire me. And when he fired me, he blackballed me so that I couldn't find another job. No, the insurance companies didn't want to hire me. I didn't know that. So okay, I'm fired. I go back to California. I'm in my car, staying in nice hotels. I'm spending my money that I had saved up to buy for a down payment for a house. Now I'm spending it on a hotel, right? So then things like, okay, a month passed or a few weeks passed. I got to start looking for a job. Nope, nobody wanted to hire me. Nobody. I'm calling up companies left and right. Owner operators didn't even want to hire me. I'm thinking, what the heck? I stayed homeless for a year and a half because of that. All my savings went. My 3 storages full of furniture went. Not only that, that's when I started working at Ralph's for a little bit. But I was in Huntington Beach. It was beautiful up there, even for being homeless. The weather's perfect. But anyway, I ended up uh, with my CDL getting expired. So I didn't have no money uh, to renew my CDL because the only money I had was just enough for gas to get me from here to there so that my car wouldn't get towed because I wasn't working. So then finally, I was living in my car, my BMW. So then I ended up like losing my CDL now after 25 years of driving. Okay, so then like now what am I gonna do? The only jobs, not even, what was it? Taco Bell, McDonald's, those fast food places, they didn't want to hire me. I'm thinking, oh sure, equal opportunity. My butt, you guys didn't want to touch me. So then like I didn't want to work for them anyway. So they did me a favor. But I worked at the grocery store. Awesome boss. So anyway, I thought, how can I get my CDL back? Well, I had to go through, start from the beginning. I called, it was not Swift, but it was refrigerated something, right? Central Refrigeration, something like that. Basically, it's a sister company of, actually, the daughter owns that. The guy who owns Swift, the daughter owned Central Refrigeration. Like, okay, so it's basically the same thing. But they wouldn't give me any recommendation that I've been driving to for like 25 years. Like, nope, you got to start. Like, okay, so I had to go with a trainer for like, what was it? Like you said, 30,000 miles or something like that. Okay, once I'm done with that, who was training who? She was driving 6 months. I've been driving 25 years. Who's training who, right? Like, she couldn't tell me anything I hadn't done before. And she was getting in so much. I helped her out so much. So when all that was over, good, I'm going to get my own truck. Well, you know what? She put down that I didn't have enough backups. And she was ready, headed down the road. I'm talking with the people and they're looking at the report. Oh, you don't have no enough backups. What, there's like 3 backups and I was missing 1. Like, you gotta be, I told me, you gotta be kidding. And I was pissed. Nope, they wouldn't, like, nothing. Give me a break for nothing. This was Central Refrigeration, basically Swift. So, I gotta go with someone else now for another 2 weeks or something until I get 1 backup. And, okay, and she says, sure, it's my truck. And, she was really like, don't touch this, don't touch that. You can't sit there. You can't, you gotta do this. At least she had a little experience. She had like a year or something experience. So at least she knew how to drive. But she's like so picky. And she says, well, I'm going cross country. We're not going to come back for another month. For 1 backup. All I had to do was 1 backup. Okay, so I went with her, Miss Picky. So when she came back, I got my own truck. Great, finally, right? After like about 3 or 4 months of that. Okay, so here I am going. I get my own truck. You know how much I was getting paid from Swift? I was driving 25 years, but my license expired, so I had to renew it through them. I had to go through their school, and they wouldn't give me any credit at all. Well, you know what they did? The pay I was getting was $200 a week. That was it. $200 a week. No, 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 no. Yeah, it was like $200. No, 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 no. It wasn't that. It was 22 cents a mile. That's what it was. I was making just barely enough to eat. That was it. So, finally I got, and, I ended up hurting my back. And from Chicago, I was near Chicago, I they didn't want to send me in a plane or, give me an advance so I can rent a car, which I didn't even have enough money to rent a car anyway, or get a train or nothing. They would not help me. And then so I ended up catching a bus. And once I got my check, I got just enough money to get a bus, go from basically South Chicago to, what was it? San Bernardino. And from there, my boyfriend picked me up in the middle of the night. It was 6 transfers I had to do. You go to one, from Chicago, you go to one city, get off, and I had, my back, I couldn't even walk. I had my dog wasn't with me, she was with my boyfriend, but I had my bags, which I could not pick them up. I'm dragging them. The people helped me out, at the bus station and stuff. The bus guard in Dallas, he was rude than heck. Me and him, he started yelling at me because I wasn't doing things fast enough. And he was some big old bodybuilder dude, his ego up his butt. And, he threatened that I would miss my bus if I didn't hurry up. And he saw that I was could barely move, and he wouldn't help me. But like I said, the other people did help me. So anyway, I get back. Finally, I kept looking for another job. I finally found this job with D&E, and I told them I'm not going to be a company driver anymore. I want to buy my truck. So the people at D&E, they found me that international, and that didn't work out because it was deleted. Nobody wanted to work on the engine and the mechanics, so I didn't buy that one. So then they found me this one that I'm sitting in now. See, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But don't feel bad for these 30,000 miles you want to go, because I hope I made you feel better. Because what I went through was a pain in the butt, totally unnecessary, and it was, because I remember when I was testing, there was what you're testing. There's a trainer, and then there was this is for the test, right? To get your CDL. So there was a trainer, and then 2 or 3 other people behind you, sitting in the bed, and I'm driving, and the guy's telling me do this and do that, and I came into a parking lot. This was in Utah, because we had to go to Utah, and I drive in. I immediately knew, okay. I told him, where do you want me to park? And he's looking around. Well, where's an easy place to park? I told him, well, I can park right here if you want. He says, no, you can't get in there. I said, watch me. So I came in and, like, I made a right turn and blindsided back in. I mean, his jaw dropped because I didn't even pull up. And I told him, well, duh, I've been driving for 25 years, and you guys don't give me no credit or nothing on that. But, you know, I'll never, that's why once you get your CDL, buy you a truck because they will, I mean, I don't want you to go through what I went through. It was a pain in the butt. Okay, I'm going to read these, okay? Uh, that's horrible. Wait. She already got a CDL. I know. Well, I was telling you my story. Okay, I'm reading these. Okay, I'm reading them now. I don't have it on that, because I'm just reading it. Let me see, but yes, it sucks. Okay, wait. Um, Penny says it's just what they call. Okay, I read that part. Yes, it sucks. And Brandon, yeah, Penny, get over through. Okay, read that part. Penny says, I thought I had 8,000. Okay, I read that part for Prime. Brandon, you don't drive a company. Okay, got that part. She already got a CDL. Okay, keep it. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. And I do, but no experience. Well, Penny, uh, I gotta tell you, stick with me, okay? And then also Brandon will help you out. I mean, I'm sure he will too, because he seems like a good old boy trucker guy. Whatever race he is, it doesn't matter. But uh, he seems like a awesome truck driver, um, and you'll get experience. And I know I was there. I remember when I first started. Remember when I first got my CDL? I was so happy. I failed. This was 35 years ago, and it was a lumber company I worked for. I got my CDL, and I walked out of DMV. I failed the brake test one time. I went back and took it the next day, because they said you failed the brake test, so you got to come back in 2 weeks. I went back the next day, and I took it again, and I got my CDL. Then nobody was there to celebrate with me. It's like, yay! And I couldn't go have a beer, and because I used to drink beer back then. I don't drink at all now. But I'm like, hmm. Uh, so I just went out and ate by myself because there's nobody around to celebrate, that I got a CDL. Um, XBO boat com- bot boat XBO boat Conway. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I used to like Conway. Yeah, CFI. That's what I call them. CFI Care. That's what I call that company. Because they, through me, they didn't care about me at all. And and I tried calling them back, see what the heck is going on, and they didn't want to talk to me. There was only one dispatcher that I knew. Her name was Jenna, and I finally got a hold of her, and she's the one that told me that I was blackballed, and that they weren't allowed to talk to me. That's like that's crazy. That's like CFI Care. I mean, I don't mean to. I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody, but that company, they didn't like me for some reason. They were very against me for some reason. Anyway, yeah, CFI, and that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. they ever did. That's horrible. People sure will do you dirty. Yeah, they will. They'll. That lady that she just won. It was just one backup. And I even did a blindside backup in front of the trainer. No, I got to go with someone else for another, you know, across the United States for another month for one backup, just one. I said, well, just let me do it right now. Oh, we can't do that. They were just stuck in their computer inside the desk. Oh, it's like, I was like, finally, finally I got my CDL. Thing is, last year I renewed my CDL for the last time. I'm already 64. Last year I renewed my CDL for 8 years. After 8 years or 7 years from now, I'm not going to be driving anymore. I'm sorry, I'm hanging it up. But it'd be 35, 43 years. I'm sorry. I'm not going to so I don't got to worry about my CDL expiring. My, what do you call it? Medical, I just had that renewed, but that's for 2 years. You do that every 2 years. But, good health and everything. Although I have a bad back, but I take care of myself. Backing is the hardest for me. Well, that's when you need to conquer it. If it's hard for you, that's your weak spot, that's your tough spot, master it, because get it to where it's the easiest thing for you to do. I'm serious. If it's the hardest thing, turn that around. Just do it and do it and do it until you're like, yeah, I got this down. That way it makes your driving less stressful. You don't gotta like, I hope I don't have to back up now, or I can't back up in that spot. And also, I can tell you some trucker stories. I'll tell you one in a minute about backing up. Let me finish reading these. I would see Brandon says, I will teach you how to back up, Penny. You're just a little bit nervous. Yep. And Penny, that's not enough to live on. 22 cents a mile? It wasn't. It wasn't. I was thinking it was $200 a week. It wasn't. 22 cents a mile was basically, that's like, what do you call it? That should be against the law. This was just like 10 years ago. Yeah. Well, not even 10 years ago. In 6 years. Been like about 8 years. Yeah. Been like 8 years ago. And I'm like, my goodness. People, they'll still try to, rip you off, even big companies. Brandon, no, I want at least no truck out to you. At least a truck out to you. I just want to see if you come up. That's what real truckers do. Yeah, she's a pretty truck. Well, thank you. I love my truck. His name is Trigger. Penny says, it sounds like you had the worst time. I had a worse time than a lot of people. I mean, when they complain, I'm thinking, do you want to hear my story? Like, and they'll tell me, no, it's too long. I'm like, good, so stop complaining. That's what I tell them. It could be worse, I tell them. Trust me, I've been there. And Penny, once you get your experience, that's something they can't take away from you. Nope. So just keep it. I know you're what they call a rookie. Everybody's a rookie. Go through that and pay your dues. Pay your dues. Once you get that, then okay. Once you get that year in your pocket, then okay, you're gonna feel a lot better about yourself because you completed a whole year of driving, and then after that, then it's up to you to take it from there. You're in charge of your life. You're in charge of your destiny. You're in charge of your fate. You know, you're in charge of what you do. Don't let these other people tell you what to do. The reason why I went through that because I was getting, I was going for my CDL again after 25 years. I lost it, but I didn't want to end my trucking career being homeless and broke. You know, because I would, like I said, even Taco Bell didn't even want to hire me. That's bad. I'm thinking, I know I can make more money than Taco Bell. At first, Taco Bell sounded, they get paid a lot of money compared to 22 cents a mile, but, you know. Anyway, let me see, Brandon, you're right about that Penny. She's a sweet lady. Really? Who? uh, I don't know if you called me sweet. Thank you, Penny. And then, let me see. Okay, that one Halo fan. Oh, hi, that one Halo fan. A newborn baby has 1,787 calories. I've never counted the calories on a baby. You got me on that one. Well, welcome, that one Halo fan. I like that name. That's cool. Uh, Brandon says she needs to just get a regular truck with a trailer on it and learn how to back up. That's it. Go out like a Walmart parking lot and train yourself. Empty. Empty parking lot, that is. And just go by the lines. Yeah. Do that, you know. And if you can, get you some cones or something, you know. Um, I wouldn't use my emergency, markers because then you would damage them. But if you can find you some cones, buy you some cones or something, you can run over there and they smash up and they pop back up. But you can. That's like a learning tool, you know. So you get your money worth out of those. And Brandon says, "Now, look at you now. You're doing great." Yeah, I thank you. You know, it's my truck is not the cleanest. It's not, you know, I picked an old truck. I didn't want a new truck, and I got the Peterbilt I wanted, thanks to the company that I picked, and they just sold out to another company now. So it's not D&E anymore. It's a different company. But I still got my D&E tattoo on the truck, and about getting my papers for this truck. I'll give you another story on that one. That's another long story, but I'm this close from getting everything completely paid off, maintenance, everything. So that's why I haven't done a whole lot of fixing up to it, but I've done some. Um, yeah, medical prices keep going up too. I just did mine over. My medical card has always been like about $100. I was surprised because it paid, it was the same price after years and years and years. Thinking, okay, $100. It's always been around $100. And G-Man Crew, excuse me, G-Man crew, Trump's great. Um, and then you say that again, Trump's great. Yep, Trump's great. He's a good president, you know. And Brandon says like $450. I don't know what you're talking about, $450. And G-Man crew, Trump's, Trump's great. Brandon Smith, no, I wouldn't lease a truck out to you. Why not? Okay. Appreciate Penny, appreciate you, Brandon. Thank you for being so nice. I know Brandon turned out to be a really nice, cool guy, huh? Lives in Huntington Beach and stuff. Do you, you don't live up there still, do you? And yeah, all I need is practice. That's um, practice. You know, the things that are hardest for you. You know, because the easy ones you can do. You know you can do them. The hard ones, practice those. It's like playing the guitar. I have two guitars and I have a hard time. But I try to practice. And, you know, in fact, look, see, there's, I don't know if you could see it, but there's my guitar right there. See, it's in the case. But I don't practice enough. You know, that's the thing. Um, Brandon, you're welcome. Penny, I'm here anytime. If you want my email, you can't get my number. You know, I love you. I love teaching people. I know. I used to like to teach people, but I've gotten like, I don't want to say grumpy or selfish. I've just gotten more to myself now because I don't teach people anymore. You know, I just don't. It's just not my thing anymore. I used to really love, I taught like 8 people or something to get their CDLs. And, okay, what is that? Yeah, Ella, or can you say happy birthday to Nexus? Because I don't know who Nexus is. Who's Nexus? That's just one thing I cannot say is happy birthday. Happy birthday. I'm messing with you there. Uh, Star, Ella, Star. I'm messing with you. Happy birthday, Nexus. Okay. Insurance. Yeah, insurance. Anyway, you know, oh yeah, I was going to tell you a little trucker story, right? What was a trucker story I was going to tell you? It was about, um, I'm trying to refresh my memory here. Um, I got so many in my pocket, I can't remember the trucker story I was going to tell you. 'Cause there's a whole bunch of them. I mean, I'm sure Brandon has some trucker stories too. I'm thinking here for a second. It might take a while here. Hold on.